Sound would help, my friends, and welcome back to the ESL Relegation games. It's map number 2 between Rise Nation and Ghost, who now find themselves on their map choice. They picked up the win versus Rise Nation, so they lead in this BO3. And if Rise Nation can steal a map back, then we are headed to Mirage. For now, though, it will be Ghost Gaming on the T side, as Rise Nation chose to start on the defense, and right now, they've got Ghost figured out. This will be a full commitment into the site. Moose coming in from behind, all 5 terrorists on the other side, and he starts to fire off. Moose can't hit the head, but he does drop the bomb, and that's going to leave things even keel. B tries to retrieve it, and he loses his life. Wardell now tasked to clutch. He's outnumbered, outgunned, and only has 44 HP. Dropped by Jonji as Rise Nation take the pistol and kick off this CT side. CZs yet again from Ghost. Now that's something that, man oh man, have they ever invested into all day long. We have seen, I think it's like the 4th or 5th round where all 5 players are hanging on to those CZs. I mean, I can get behind it. I can feel them. However, with such little utility, it's not like they're going to be able to help themselves out. Single smoke, double flash left on Connor. I think what he's going to do is smoke down ramp, double flash over, try to pull out this rotation to the B site, and then in fact hit A. He throws the smoke, pops the window, double flash for the execution. They're going to come flooding into the A site. Ace at a distance on an MP9. He gets gunned down. So it's going to be up to Moose and VSA here. Both sitting on the A site. Rotation comes in from B. Jonji dropping bodies, but VSA tagged to 20. He's now dropped, and it's a man advantage back to the T side. Ghost have got some footing, but Dazzle looks to stop it. Up close. Sprays down B. Plucks him from the sky and takes it down to now just Wardell. Single player task to clutch. 15 seconds on the clock and a very tough spot, but look at the HP. Dazzle and Jonji incredibly tagged. It's down to just 5. He's going to have to commit. He's fully blind. He's done for. Rise Nation bringing it back in the last few seconds of the round. But man, did that look dangerous. Be an easy cleanup as they come trickling into B. Dazzled with 2, but it is actually traded back. Maybe they get this bomb. No. Ace just one taps Connor, puts him straight to sleep. Wardell getting desperate here inside the smoke. Should be done for. And he is. VSA cleans up shop. And that's going to be Rise Nation with 4 players surviving the end of that round. Ace only had his sidearm as he wanted the trusty op, and now he's got it. So do Rise Nation use this momentum to shut down the T side? It's exactly that they currently hold on to. Momentous start by Rise, who coincidentally have not won a map on LAN since their last showing, the ESL Mountain Dew League Global Challenge in Burbank, California. Nothing at the Minor, nothing at DreamHack Winter, and nothing yet this weekend. Not a single map won outside of Alas, I have lied. I thought I was sprouting misinformation, and sure enough I was. The SOAR game went to 3 maps. So you know what? I take that back. Rise Nation have won at least 1 map. However, not a single match. This could be the difference. It's a very slow round as of now. 30 seconds left over, so it's going to have to be a fast execution. Now, Jonji's pushed up very close. He's got Moose to support him, close shoulder. Dallas checks it. Moose needs to trade, but Dallas drops both. And then Wardell's op chimes in, finding Ace. Down to the 2 versus 4, and Dazzle's tagged. Ghost across the scoreboard. That's going to take their first 3-1. 4 players up. Convincing stuff there by Ghost as they late execute into the A site. You could see the setup from Rise Nation. It looked like Moose really had to trade frag, or maybe Ace gets 1 op pick from a distance, but with nobody finding kills, nobody finding any footing, it is Ghost to overwhelm them. And it is now Rise Nation back on a broken bye. Single scout, 4 pistols. Connor with Seb trying to stop the push. It's going to be at least 1 traded back by Dazzle. VSA on the Berettas. Not much of a threat. Scout has still yet to find any impact in the round, and now it's all that's left. Ace taken out. Curiously enough, more Canadians than Americans in this matchup. Each team with 3 north of the border. Nice attempt. Moose hits 2. Does not kill either. Ghost Gaming with a consecutive point, able to dodge that reset. Able to push back Rise Nation into some more economic woes. But not enough to convince them not to buy. It's VSA on the scout this time, not Moose. And it's Jonji with the shotgun. Could certainly put himself up close towards T-Con, throw yourself into the ladder room. There are positions that you can work your magic. However, if they do take T-Con and stampede past Olaf, Jonji becomes pretty much useless in this position. So hopefully for Rise Nation, nobody circumvents him. There is only Dazzle on B, up close on the ramp. Ooh, nice. 1 frag at least for Jonji. The totem pole effectively trades. Seb playing patient, waiting for this lurk up from Dazzle, which sure enough is coming. So if Seb has the patience, he should find that lurk. He does. Dazzle's down. It's going to leave Ace and VSA. Both players on this A site. Looking to now head back to B, but nobody's over there. This could allow for them to wrap back through CT spawn, but unfortunately they've left all positioning towards the front of A. Once that bomb from Ghost starts to walk in, it's going to find itself easily towards the site. Flashbangs indicate the push. Smoke blocks off the in-game leader. And it is Ace very far back here with a D. Terrorists with a plant, easy after plant, over the fact, and Wardell at a distance hits himself the shot as B hits the head and ties this one up at 3 rounds apiece. Ghost Gaming coming in with full momentum now. 4 players alive, 4 players alive, 4 players alive. Rise have not been able to contest in these most recent rounds, but this time they should. Double op setup. This is the change that we saw in Ghost Gaming's defense on Nuke that then allowed for them to start robbing a couple of rounds back. It makes absolute sense to do it on Train. Can Rise bring the pain? Can they shut them down? It's here and now that they have to do it before Ghost continue with momentum. The money building up here in the bank of Ghost. Everything on the table currently from Rise Nation. They are all in here in the 7th. Dazzle executes one on the entry towards the B site. Connor's going to try to charge him down. Now Dazzle gets back around the train in order to find another kill. Connor finding a little bit of forward footing, but Moose still training in here on the op. This positioning from Connor, this could be huge. Moose caught changing guns, and while Connor's then blindsided from behind, that leaves Rise in a 2v2 because Wardell, he drops the opper. Now Ace coming in with another, leaves it to Wardell. In the clutch, smoke on the bomb. Ace has to cover. Wardell gets out. Wardell gets close, and he stops it. The sidearm prevails. VSA, no kit, no problem. Still finds time for the defuse, just by the skin of his teeth, keeping Rise in the round, keeping them in the game. But now they themselves have to not get reset. 2 players move forward in that round. Both of the AWPs that they bought up are now again going to be finding impact here in the 8th, or at least they should be. A little bit of a flood into that B site. Very nicely done by Dazzle in that round. Able to stop the first player, then reposition in the frantic fight for a second. Connor could have come up even bigger as he pushed his way towards the side of that smoke. Ultimately falling a little short. Janji wants to chase this. He definitely heard the footsteps. With the Molotov, knows he pushed them up, but do they expect him now if they drop down? Bomb's been left outside T-Con. Ace finds the pick over towards the B site, so now it's a man advantage. That's a good stuff from Ace, because getting that kill allows for him to fall back. He was playing solo B. Moose and Wardell trading op shots back and forth. Janji finds Seb and Ladder. B and Dallas both dropped in matter of seconds. That one is shut down. 5-3. Rise Nation convert their point. They dodge the reset. That's exactly what they needed, and they continue to chip away at the cash of the T side. Another buy from Ghost. Another opportunity for Rise to extend this lead. Ooh, looks like a little bit of aggression here towards Ivy. Ace repositioning the op. The flash is on point, but he can't peek with it. And Wardell wins the duel. Whoa, VSA. He peeks into the open, holding the smoke. Nearly costs him. And that would have been tragic. 5v3, all the map control for Ghost. And Rise Nation set to defend both sites. Right now, they'll keep 3 players closer towards A. We do see VSA repositioned towards the back of Ivy. It is only Dazzle on B. Noted that he did a good job of holding off the push last time around, but he's already on 44 points of HP. And already outnumbered. His hold will be more important this time than last. It'll be more difficult as well. At least now Moose has come over to support, so Moose should be able to watch upper, which he will. Spotting Connor 93. Dazzle back behind the spindles. He's good for 1. Seb hitting him in the headshot with the trade frag. Now leaves Ghost to push up here. Moose trying to get inside of the fight. Seb is so dangerously close, and that's an easy kill. Seals the deal now, as VSA is stuck in Z. 4v1, nowhere to go. Ghost with another round, cutting the lead into just 1 point. And they are looking to clear out these bodies, which they certainly do. Seb up close hits the headshot. T's still with some money, and Rise Nation not in that situation whatsoever. 2.2 for Dazzle and Janji, 2.8 on the in-game leader of VSA. 4.5 grand for Ace and Moose. Not enough to distribute some money or guns. We're probably hoping this round. A few pistols is all they'll have as they clamber into the 10th. They go for the Ivy stack where they found early contact in the previous round. But of course there's nothing there. Why? Because everyone's in the B site. Ghost Gaming. As Rise Nation pushed Ivy, pushed their way towards the plant, and now they have secured it. Wardell playing alone. Here's probably a lot of footsteps. Maybe they overwhelm him. I mean, he does have the op. If they could get this one gun into their hands, that's something to play off of. Oh, Wardell. Burning one alive. Nearly finding Jonji. But ultimately, he's got himself the op. Bomb's still bound to go off. Round still bound for Ghost Gaming. VSA might keep himself alive as well. He'll save a flash. He's going to play Ivy solo this time. Jonji with 2 fast frags. He locks down the drop. We've seen him try that before. We've seen him struggle. And now we've seen him succeed. Matter of seconds into this round. And all of a sudden it's Rise with a substantial advantage. Can they maintain this? Jonji taking the top of the scoreboard for Rise. Currently 12-5. Ghost Gaming still have enough utility to try and piece together a set execution. Dallas has to be cautious, though. Ace will find him. And that is still, of course, Rise Nation on the double op setup. Despite losing the last 2 rounds, they've reinvested into this. No, I lied. That's Jonji's. Never mind, never mind. Excuse me. Dallas's op fever dream. That's slick from Jonji. Takes 2 kills, robs the gun, and repositions to watch just that entry. Now it's over towards the B site. The Moose is tested, and he passes with flying colors as Ghost can't even pass the cross towards the site. No plant. No frags. 5 men up from Rise. Now that's going to be a nice little injection of money here. That's going to put them in a spot where they can now stabilize, especially as noted, they have Dallas's op. So double op setup, half price. 1 point lead on the CT side of Train. Doesn't look too healthy, but from here they could still close things out. And finally, 12 rounds deep. The money from Ghost Gaming. The banks are cleared. They are fully invested in this round. With weaknesses, Connor 93 playing just that MAC 10. BVBSA chips him down to 39. Gets a little bit of spacing towards the A site where he does take Moose. VSA to repeat. Shoulder goes wide and still only takes 5 more points of damage. It's over towards the B site. That the T's will strike. Jonji on 3 points of health on the op. Up close looking for some frags, but Dallas drops 2. And Jonji's still within this. He could stop the plant. Connor trying to commit, and now it's been thrown out into the open. It's been flubbed. Ace still stands to the back of the B site. And Wardell's gonna skewer him right then and there. Splattered along the wall. Ghost back with another round and the instant reset. So Rise Nation should surely buy into this. come in with what you can. Try to take some kind of ambitious early fight. We've seen Jonji do it towards the drop down. We've watched VSA and Ace try to do it over towards Ivy. Hell, there have been rounds where Jonji and Moose even get aggressive inside of T-Con. So Rise Nation, they're not shying away from these kinds of early setups, but they're just not succeeding more often than not. Which is what's certainly played into this tied game so far, 6-6. I can't help but feel like Ghost Gaming will take this point happily. You know you've got Rise Nation against the ropes. You know they've got them full invested. You've got the economy advantage, the weapon advantage, the utility advantage. It is all going their way right here and now. This is a prime spot for Ghost to shut down the rest of this half, to take themselves that lead, as they will switch over to the CT side. But Rise Nation go with an early A-site stack. 4 players here. Ghost Gaming looking to come in quickly. Connor already passed Olaf. T's pushing in through Ivy. They're looking to pinch. Seb finding Moose is great. B with another frag, fantastic. But here comes Ace and VSA. With scopes, they stop them. Ace drops straight back, leading Dazzle, who has no gun in hand. Wardell up close with the op. Takes the shot in the round as well. Ghost finding 7. A 1-point lead, a 1-map lead, and a serious advantage here in the 14th. Just the Pistols of Rise as they look to get all their money in the 15th round. Haven't found a frag as of yet. Shouldn't find one. Unless Jonji gets creative with the Zeus, but speak of the devil, now he's down. He makes a little bit of bang for his buck. And that leaves us in the last round of the first half, the second map of the first BO3, and only BO3 here on the B stream. I believe GX and Rogue is ongoing this game. Simultaneous action here on YouTube. The save in the last has gotten them rifles in this one. Rise Nation, no helmets, no problem. No kits, big problem. The retake could be made that much more difficult if they lose a sight. If they get an early hold, then they will be alright. They've got grenades as well to play off of. Counter nades, always important on a map like Train. Jonji accepts his fate with that frag. Doesn't want to make any noise or fall back, so... Loses half his health. Molotov takes a tick, nearly dropping him to 50. But he's going to linger on. Now, Ghost Star still just above him. Bomb thinking about hitting that B site. Jonji tries to stick to the flash, but Connor just hits the headshot. Sure enough, Ace is able to trade. My god, fast frag. Ace goes flying up the ladder as Wardell flies into the B site. And as he finds the flanker, the bomb will be planted. VSA maintains the Z control. His teammate tries to charge through. That's Moose. But Wardell cleans up behind. Now 2 T's tag. Moose still able to find one up close. And that leaves the in-game leader left to clutch. Dallas on the site. 98 HP. He's good to go. Wardell tries to skewer as he comes in from above. VSA dodges the shot and gets himself closer to the site. 10 points of HP is all he's got left to work with. And Wardell hits him. 6-9 the score at the end of the half, as Ghost Gaming establish themselves the lead. And we'll switch over to the favored of these two sides. Rise Nation on the offense now. And we are quickly into the pistol. Three-man stack towards the the Ivy. The Z side. The Ivy. And it isn't Ivy. That ace will fall. B getting the first headshot and falls back for support from Dallas, who, sure enough, holds him back. B re-peeks. Jonji dropped and Moose all that's left over. It is a near flawless pistol. B and Dallas combining for the full house there. Rise Nation had footing on the site. They had footing in Ivy, but they just couldn't hit shots. At the end of the day, that's going to cost you. Double digits for Ghost. Early momentum as well. Smoke double flash for a push into the B site. Connor on 93 at this distance. Shouldn't be able to do too much. Does have the incendiary down range, and Seb actually gets plowed as the T side push. Look at Dazzle. He's got himself an ump. And he's got the Kevlar. Opts for the CZ. Could spray that off and then switch to the gun that takes no time to put together. Down to the 8 shots left in mag. Will use now the SMG. Still the 5v4. Dazzle tries to keep himself up, but he goes down. Jonji hammering away on the D as Connor 93, Dallas and Wardell combined for frags aplenty. Ace trying to come in from behind as VSA's now dropped. Ace will take 2. Can he find another? No. B's got the cover. B's got the defuse, or does he? Tries to stick it. Ace guns him down, or at least he wants to, but he takes him off the bomb. Oh, Ace has done it. B not willing to give up his life on the attempted bomb defuse. Finds himself the frag, but can't get the round. And Rise Nation with a highway robbery. Great flank from Ace. Teammates held it off for just long enough for him to get into position. And if he had a kit, that defuse goes through, but it's not the case. And now it's Rise Nation with a bit of a saving grace here in the 18th round. They've got the gun advantage. Wardell comes flying up the ladder. Dazzle drops the first with the assist, thanks to VSA. And that's an instant 5v2. Rise Nation, just like that, in a matter of seconds, are back into control of this T side. They lose the pistol, upset in the second, clean conversion in the third. That's going to put Ghost Gaming with no economy in the 19th round, and a very real chance for Rise to get that score back to 9-10. And I never, ever sleep on a Rise Nation T side. These guys are explosive. They've been playing together long enough to play cohesively, properly trade. This is the kind of opening that certainly allows for that. The only real question in this round is, what do you do with B? Single rifler for the CT side, as the rest will cultivate cash. B's going to head up into the brown halls early on. Solo B play, putting all the pistols on the opposite side of the map. And it looks like Rise are going to go aggressive into that A site. So they are walking closer to these pistols. All 4 of them have been upgraded. One of them's been dropped, but Seb, he peeks out for 1. Needs to reload here. As VSA's tagged up, B's arrived. B's dropped the body back. Rise Nation down to the 2v1. It's only Moose left over. The pistols have worked out unless Moose can clutch. It's B up close. 9 HP. Wardell on the Galil now. And Moose goes above. He's on full display. Wardell peeks and he takes it. Ghost with an upset straight back versus Rise. Back and forth is this game. And because of that, because of the nature of this back and forth play, because Rise Nation survived with so many players in the 18th round, that now leads them into the bye. So it's a gun round on both teams. It's a potential reset for both teams, and it's still Rise Nation trailing by 3. What a wild start to this second half. Momentum for the taking. Rise's Opper is on Ivy. Moose is just in front of him. Ooh, B peeking, thinking he's dueling the Moose, but really there's the op and wait. So, nice positioning of the AWP, nets the T side, their man advantage. Now, can Wardell swing this back? Ghost decide to take some kind of an aggressive stance? Do they just await the execution of Rise Nation? We're at that 45-second mark. Jonji's finding his way into the A site. Ace able to trade v Dallas. Moose still on Ivy. Hits Wardell. 4v2 now. As Seb looks to come in through Z, which is currently smoked off. That's going to put Connor in an awkward spot. He knows that Moose is back here. Gets the kill. No damage taken. VSA doesn't plant. And here comes Seb. Again, Ghost finding life in a round they have no business winning. And it is just on the Opper. Ace already with 2 frags in this one. 15 seconds left. No bomb control. And he's down for the count. A 2v4 from Ghost. A 4-point lead. And a broken bank for Rise Nation. Now just pistols, not even a smoke, not even a flash, but Moose has got the P250. So let's watch him, as the terrorist should be mauled down on this entry. Moose is able to cross, so that's a plant unless they frag him. Molotov forcing his feet into the open. Moose with a little bit of cover, but not enough to keep him alive. 5 men survive from Ghost Gaming. At least he got his plant. A little bit of extra cash here in the pockets of Rise Nation. Round 3 loss bonus of $2,400 plus the plant.
Bomb has been defused. Counter-terrorists win.
Wardell still putting up numbers. Leads the charge for Ghost. Connor has cooled off since the first map, but that's perfectly fine because his team around him picking up that slack, most notably Dallas. If I'm not mistaken, the newest addition to the Ghost lineup. A lineup that not many people had touted to keep their pro spot, I would say. Definitely critics out there. To be fair, how does a team survive with all those roster changes anyways? So far managing to do a good job as they've got the 5v4. Rise Nation with another ace boosting onto his teammate's head. Finds Wardell at a distance. And now Rise have some stake in this 22nd round. Fortunately for Ghost, unless Seb comes up massive, playing a position on top of the site does allow players from ramp to cross. VSA caught off guard. He does drop. Moose falls and nearly takes a third. Seb with a very nice effort there on the site cuts it down to the 1v3.
Bomb has been planted.
And it is Connor on the flank. Jonji already trained in on this, but Jonji's the player with 28 HP, so that could have been the kill. But Jonji survives with a sliver of health, and Rise will find a 9th. Still a 4-point buffer for them to close. And they have put Ghost in a bit of a tough spot, as they'll have to buy in for this round. Everything on the table for the CT side. 3 rounds of success now put in question by a single round win. However, Rise Nation just as susceptible to the reset. Early Ivy control for Ghost Gaming. Early B presence from Rise. And if they do hit this set, it is just Seb standing. Unorthodox positioning got him 2 kills on the last. Molotov in hand to slow them down. Gets tagged for 8 HP. But we'll call for reinforcements. We see Dallas and B come join him. That is 3 riflers. The op of Wardell still on Old Bomb. Connor 93 all the way outside T-Con. So sure enough, this is the execution. T has come charging in. Jonji with an instant headshot does drop Dallas. They've got the bomb on site. Moose covers the flank. Jonji with another kill. This is a fantastic take. It's nearly flawless, but Seb chimes in with at least 1 kill. And Moose looks to tie the knot around the necks of Ghost Gaming as they retreat. Wardell still with the op, tries to cross. And Moose is having none of it. Double digits back for Rise. The T side have some footing. Certainly have an opportunity as Ghost is strapped for cash. And it's not like that last round from Ghost where they were still able to win with the upgraded pistols and single M4 on B. Nobody has anything to work with. A full vanilla pistol. Moose, however, still dies without a single kill. This is fine though, because Rise Nation quickly change up the tempo towards the B site. They'll flood into it. They saw massive numbers over on A. And so they're fine. However, Seb has that AK, so let's watch him. Jonji drops him. Mac 10 pays off. Wardell executes another on the sidearm. So there are still costs occurred here in the 24th round. And there are costs saved in the 25th because B will hang on to a single rifle. Rise Nation will hang on to 3, op included. And just like Nuke, I think we're going to get into those last 5 rounds of this map. Hands down. It will be a close one. Unless we see either of these teams just grab full momentum. I believe 4 or 5 rounds is the max spree we have seen across these 2 maps. No 7-0, 8-0 starts like Navi versus Space Soldiers earlier today. NA relegation being a little bit closer to that of the EU counterparts. Rise just playing with the time in this one, changing up the pace. We'll still keep Jonji rotating round. They've left Moose to hard lurk A site. That's going to leave the 2-2 split unless Rise decide to double back through ladder onto A. If Moose gets kills, they could certainly do that. But it looks like Ace and Dazzle might make that first contact from above. Seb in a prime spot to stop this. Moose does lurk into the A site, finding 1. So Ghost cannot rotate. They have waited. Dazzle spotted deep, able to find 1 frag as well. Now 2 players come out from ramp. They're right in front. They nearly line up, but it's not going to be enough to help him. Rise Nation effectively taking that B site, finding their plant, and Ace nearly catching Wardell, but he jumps. Changes guns to the AK, spots Wardell a second time, and nearly sprays him down. Yet Wardell will linger on. Hunted by VSA. Rise Nation taking 12, cutting down the lead, and seriously putting some bank behind them. Sitting on Pro League salaries. As Ghost will hold on to what they can. 4 CZs, P250. 2 sets of Kevlar, not a single nade on the entire bunch. So they're just going to go for that fast wrap into the upper brown halls. Dazzle, let's see if he can hold on to this. We'll catch 2. Dallas trades, VSA still up there. Hell, that's a couple kills to the CT side. And just like that round where they had USPs, Rise Nation, playing off of that stack, will quickly hit the other side of the map and find themselves some footing. Ghost Gaming wouldn't mind hanging on to the double AKs. Helps them buy up into the next gun round. Oh, I tricked myself. Never mind. I thought I was watching a T. It's like he's blind. But clearly I am. Oh, Moose could slay them both. John G finds the first, and Moose still gets it. 19 points of health the difference. Rise Nation clearing up Ghosts, so they dealt damage, but they didn't save the guns. That's okay, though. They'll still find their buy. Op included for Wardell. Do they bust it out? Yes, they do. Double op setup from Ghost Gaming. Now, that's the setup on the CT side we watched Rise Nation utilize in order to find so many rounds in that first half. Ghosts have been delayed in pulling it out themselves. Moose with a nice little bit of quick movement. Opping over Ace. Could have been based on spawn, which it was. They switched those weapons back. I like it. Give Ace his op. In the meantime, Ghost will play patient. B. The 1 op over on Ivy. Wardell the second towards upper B. Now Wardell, in a very forward spot, does at least have Seb to support him. But if Seb falls back, I'd like to watch Wardell retreat as well. This is dangerous in my eyes. But you know what? It could pay off. Because if he can flank down ladder, if he can get behind this split into the A site, then he is going to be in a very safe position with a very powerful gun. But Dazzle will be the problem. "45 seconds left to play. Smokes up and over. 2 belts of utility for the T side as Rise will begin to commit to the execution. There's 4 CTs here. Dallas still able to find 1 headshot. Seb stops another. Wardell now coming in. He will drop the bomb. Repeaks can't hit the flick, but Ace still stands. And with 3 CTs ahead, he should just save here. Terrorists have lots of cash, so you know what? Go out with a bang. Find some frags as you fade away yourself. The likelihood of winning the round is slim. The chances of finding another kill, still possible. But please don't die after time.
Counter-terrorists win.
Ghost with another. 5 rounds in a row. I would say that this map has gotten definitely more streaky, in the sense that we had a little exchange here between the 7th and the 11th, but that first T half really closed out with Ghost Gaming finding rounds. Well, that 5 round spree here from Rise seriously put Ghost into question, but they have bounced back in a healthy state. 3 players up, 3 by 5. Their economy is fine. Now they have to dodge the reset, or else Rise Nation would be crushing their economy going into the 29th round, a vital round at that. Oh, Wardell, he finds that first pick, and Connor93 has done such a good job of getting behind his enemies. He feels out where there is no presence, exploits the fact. But look at Seb. He has no idea that Dazzle's out already. B had no vision of it, and Dazzle drops another. This is massive. This is the entirety of Rise Nation on the B site. They're just charging forward. They're flooding the bomb. They're ensuring themselves the plant, and look at Ghost. They call it quits. They've been convinced to retreat. They give up the round, and it all comes down to Dazzle. Another round where Dazzle's able to just lurk out onto Big Ramp, The player just beneath him has no vision, and whoever's playing back on this sectioned off side of the CT trains cannot spot that push. Dazzle's done it twice now. Oh, that's such a big play from Dazzle. And Connor had such a chance in that round to flank, but he just can't get into position. They're so close, but oh, Dazzle's blind. Connor still stands towards the end, but Moose will take him. So only 2 guns moving into this. Ghost call the pause, I'm sure of it. And they are going to have to talk things through, because what the hell do you do in a situation like this? Connor is broke. B on 2.9. Seb with 3K. Wardell can't drop. He has only 1900. He could drop a UMP. Dallas could drop an ump as well. Maybe they throw a scout into the mix? That's what I would do. I would, yeah. Seb buys himself armor scout. Wardell Seb buys himself armor ump. B buys himself armor ump. Wardell drops a scout to Connor 93. Dallas could even drop a UMP so somebody gets more grenades. They'll come into this with a decent enough buy if they decide to go for it. I wouldn't save here. Because no matter what, you're not going to get an AWP or rifle in the next round. Winner, I mean, assuming you lose this. That op and AK make the difference. They turn what would be a broken buy into at least enough to work with, but no, they don't. All right. Their decision, not mine. They're the gamers. Over towards the B site. We've got Wardell falling back early on. Does not want to lose his life in the opening few seconds. I respect that. A lot of pressure on him, seeing as he is that opper. And they've positioned the other weapon over on A. Connor tries the same flank as last round, but gets spotted and warned as he's dropped to 34 HP. Of course, Jonji's getting closer. Oh no. Connor somehow survives, nearly finding Jonji. Never underestimate a caged animal. That's what Connor is in this round, just stuck behind the server over on Ivy. Wardell gets the chance to punish somebody at the top of the B site, but he doesn't get that kill, and Jonji will find Connor at a distance. Now, with Rise Nation already positioned outside the B site, they're just going to come charging downwards. Ace up close, saved by Dazzle, who again finds impact from above, but Wardell hits him straight back. Look at Seb. Seb with a CZ. Oh, but denied. VSA will stop him. That's going to convince the Tees to come into the A site. Dallas could stop this. He hits the first. Jonji comes in, and he will seal the deal. It's Raj with 15 rounds on the board. Overtime secured. And Ghost Gaming with one last chance to fight back into Train. If not, we're going the distance. We're heading to Mirage. The money, the momentum, it's all in the hands of Rise Nation. 7 of the last 8 rounds have all gone their way. I clearly can't count because this is a fantastic buy in consideration of what I thought it would be. They do afford M4s. Stay in school, kids. Do your maths. 2-man stack with a third just nearby. That is a lot of emphasis on drop down. Nice flash. Oh, that flash goes through the window. So sick. But not enough to find further success. It is one frag. The way of Ghost to the way of Rise. But look at this lurk up from Seb, finding VSA. Seb with another. The headshot onto Ace. Ghost are still in this. And Rise Nation now on the back foot. Have to retrieve the bomb. Look at this pile of corpses. Oh, Dazzle wraps Seb He opens it up towards the B site. Dazzle yet again finding entries on B. Over and over again.
Bomb has been planted.
Follow-up smoke and frag. Dazzle very wary of the Z connector, when in fact both CTs come in from behind, so it's going to be Jonji contested. Dazzle stopping the first one. This puts it all on B. He gets the back of Dazzle. Can he find Jonji? Jonji with no utility. B, unknown to him, just on the ladder, and Rise will find it up close. 6 HP the difference. Map 2 goes their way. Both teams upsetting on their opponent's pick, and that means Mirage is now in question. A third map, my friends, to seal the deal. That is what we need here in the EPL Season 7 relegation. Do not go too far, my friends. We will be back with that third.